Episode 1, the 10,000 hour rule. Now, if you're not familiar with the 10,000 hour rule, the 10,000 hour rule was put forward by Malcolm Gladwell in his book Outliers. Great book, wonderful story. I love all of Malcolm Gladwell's books. His idea came from a paper that was written like in 1993 about the 10,000 hour rule. In order to become expert at something, you need to spend 10,000 hours practicing something intensely in order to become expert at it. Funny enough, the experts who said that, I wonder if they spent 10,000 hours becoming expert on the things that they comment on. Anyway, the practicing element of it is an important part of that rule, that 10,000 hour rule. So, for instance, I have a piano here in front of me, and I'm going to play a little tune. But first of all, I need to get into the mood. There. Now, this is one of my favorite songs by Dave Brubeck, and it's called Take 5, and I hope you enjoy it. And you see that, oh, actually that wasn't me playing. That was a piece played by Yako Kiru on YouTube. So if you look him up, he's a great musician. He said I could use his music because it's Creative Commons. But I can't play that well because I have not played the piano as long as Yako or a number of other people who've been playing for years. But if I sat down and I plugged away at a song, for instance, when I sat down to record this, I just touched the key. Oh, and that reminded me of a song. And I plunked away a little bit more. So, the things that are inside of my head had an association to that key. And while I can't play the piano, I can't, at this time, read music, and I certainly don't have a creative propensity towards playing the piano. I'd love to play the piano. That's why I have this electric piano that my wife bought me. But I have to practice it in order to get better. If I'm ever going to play Dave Brubeck, like Dave Brubeck, or Yako Kiru, or anybody else who plays the piano, I will have to practice. So let's get back to talking about how that relates to your creative core. 10,000 hours is a lot to put in to become expert at something. But the elements that are inside of you that would lead you to want to become proficient or expert or competent or just have a little bitty plunk around like, those are elements that are inside of you that make up your creative core. The things that drive you forward to want to do something creatively. Now, creativity isn't restricted to the arts, crafts, music, or any of the things that we commonly refer to or associate with creativity. Creativity also has to do with innovation. Creativity has to do with creative thinking, how to suss out a problem or suss out a solution to a problem. Your creative core is driving your need to explore possibilities all the time. And while something as beautiful as a piece of art or a piece of music or some other expression, live arts or whatever that happens to be, is a wonderful thing to share with other people, there are other parts of creativity that can be shared as well that will, if you will, bless other people with something that you have inside of you, something that's unique. Because essentially, out of all the definitions that are around about creativity, it comes down to, is it novel or unique, and is it valuable or worthwhile? Can you provide something that's novel or unique, something that's worthwhile or valuable? Of course you can. That's why you are a creative. And inside of you, that creative core drives that creativity forward so that you can do things like no other. stay tuned. I'm going to be doing another episode shortly, and we'll talk more about your creative core. In the meantime, go be creative.